Welcome to the Fact Wave. Today, we're exploring a conflict that stretches back over 3 millennia, the conflict between Iran and Saudi Arabia. This rivalry is more than just modern geopolitics or sectarianism. It's a deep-rooted struggle with ancient origins and complex cultural dimensions. To understand this rivalry, we need to look back to ancient times. The conflict between Arabs and Persians began long before Islam. During the era of the Achaemenid Empire in Persia and the various Arab tribes in the Arabian Peninsula, these civilizations frequently clashed over trade routes, territories and resources. This early competition set the stage for future conflicts. The 4th century BCE marked a pivotal moment with Alexander the Great's conquest of Persia. Although this led to a blending of cultures, it also fueled a lasting sense of competition between the Persian and Arab worlds. After Alexander's empire fell, Persian dynasties reasserted their influence, often clashing with neighboring Arab tribes. With the rise of Islam in the 7th century CE, the rivalry took on a new dimension. The early Islamic caliphates, particularly the Umayyad and Abbasid dynasties, were dominated by Arab rulers who extended their influence over Persia. The conversion of Persia to Islam marked the beginning of a significant theological and political divide. In the 16th century, the Safavid Empire established Shia Islam as Persia's state religion, further entrenching the sectarian divide. The Safavids clashed with the Sunni Ottoman Empire, which controlled much of the Arab world. Despite these conflicts, the medieval period also saw significant cultural exchanges, with Persian scholars and poets contributing to the Islamic Golden Age. The discovery of oil in the early 20th century introduced a new dynamic. Iran, under the Pahlavi dynasty, and Saudi Arabia, under the Al Saud family, both emerged as major oil producers. This new economic power intensified their rivalry, as both sought to expand their influence globally and within the Muslim world. The 1979 Islamic Revolution in Iran dramatically shifted the balance of power. The establishment of a Shia theocracy in Iran positioned itself as the leader of the Muslim world, directly opposing the Sunni monarchy of Saudi Arabia. This ideological struggle led to support for opposing factions across the region, intensifying the sectarian divide and transforming the rivalry into a struggle for ideological supremacy. An important example of this rivalry is the Iran-Iraq War, which lasted from 1980 to 1988. Despite both Iran and Iraq being predominantly Shia, the war was driven not just by religious differences, but by the broader Arab-Persian rivalry. Iraq's Saddam Hussein, seeking to assert his dominance and counter Iran's growing influence, launched the conflict. For Iran, the war was a defense of its revolution and sovereignty. The 8-year conflict was marked by brutal fighting and massive casualties, illustrating that the rivalry goes beyond sectarian lines to encompass broader historical and cultural tensions. In the 21st century, the rivalry has continued to shape the Middle East. Both nations have been involved in conflicts in Syria, Yemen, Iraq and Lebanon, often supporting opposing factions in what are seen as proxy wars. This ongoing struggle reflects a deep historical and cultural competition. At its core, the Iran-Saudi rivalry is also about cultural identity and national pride. For Iranians, their Persian heritage, which predates Islam, is a source of pride. For Saudis, their Arab heritage and the birthplace of Islam are central to their identity. This rivalry reflects deeper cultural and historical divides beyond just politics and religion. The rivalry between Iran and Saudi Arabia is far more than a modern geopolitical struggle. It is a conflict deeply rooted in over 3,000 years of history, encompassing ancient Arab-Persian competition, the Shia-Sunni divide, and a long-standing battle for cultural and religious leadership in the region. This ongoing struggle continues to influence the Middle East, making it one of the most significant rivalries in world history. Thank you for watching The Fact Wave. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful content. See you next time.